Hello, Scuba here. This is the multi-item sorter I built on Wocraft server. Well, actually it depends if I already upgraded my system, because after I built it on the server, I couldn't take it that I only had like half hopper speed, and I knew I could make this faster. And I did. We now can handle 3.7 items per second in our multi-item sorter. Yeah, this video is gonna be mostly about this part here, the multi-item sorter. But I'm also gonna show you how to add bulk storage and how to add this Shulker box unloader. So you can have the complete ultimate storage setup over here. So let me tell you a bit about this thing. Okay, so we have an input chest over here, an output chest over here. We can grab a shulker from here. I store some shulkers over here, but this is the output for the empty shulker boxes. If we throw a shulker in, it will spit out the items from this shulker box unloader. Those will go over the bulk storage, and this will be quick enough to pick up any item here. Oh, I see I forgot some minecarts. Let me just quickly add these over here. And as you can see, this one is sorting the stone out of it. I didn't set the other filters, and this was still in the chest, sorry. Okay, after it passes through the bulk storage, it goes in here into the minecart. It comes over here, and we get a pulse from the breaking of the shulker box, and that's the start signal for our minecart over here. Our minecart drives under the filter chests over here, and those can be configured like this. Let me show you a better example. This, for example, for our redstone. After it gets the correct slice, it will unload all the items and sort them in the corresponding slice, like you see over here. So a couple of things that are really nice. For one, you don't have to fill up your chests to make this work. So you can just use the filters over there. We do sort the unstackables over here, and everything that doesn't fit in one of the filters will go over here. And I see somehow we have some blue ice here. That might have been from previous runs in the other world. Oh no, of course, I didn't set the filter for the blue ice here. Let's put our blue ice over here. As you can see, this is a really fast bulk storage. Oh, and by the way, it can filter any size of stack, so that you don't have to have a full stack to be able to sort anything. And if you have loose items without a shulker box, you can just put them in here and press this button, and then it will start sorting too. So let me show you how to build this thing. We're gonna start off by just making a wall of chests. And I'm gonna make it 12 long, and I must confess I have not tested this with more than 12 slices, because I'm just not gonna need that. You're probably gonna have to adjust some timings, but it should work regardless. Okay, there we have our 12 by 4 wall of chests, and now we can come to the back here and just add hoppers behind every single one of these chests. There we go. We have all the hoppers, and now we're going to build this system over here. This is actually sort of a buffer system, because these hopper minecarts will suck up items at lightning fast speeds, and hoppers only do 1 hopper speed. So if we just throw items into the hoppers will fill up, and we're gonna have problems with the system backing up and such. But not if we use these hoppers over here. If you do find yourself having trouble keeping up, you can always add a second hopper over here. Well, maybe even more. You can put any amount there, I think. Don't quote me on that. So we will start by putting a block over here. Then we're gonna need one of these slabs. Well, more slabs, but okay. And we make a row of slabs. Remember, these have to be the top slabs. Then we can go out 2 blocks to the back here, like this. And we're gonna put another row of slabs like this. Now we need to grab some detector rails, and this part is kind of finicky because we need our rails to be like this, and if we place it like this, it doesn't work, so we have to do this in a certain fashion. So first put your rails on the slab above the chest, then over there, and repeat this for every single one of these slices. Then we can add a block on top of the diagonal rails over there and fill it up all the way to the back over here. Next up, we're gonna use some temporary blocks. We're just gonna fill this up, and we're gonna need more activated rails. And we're gonna have the same problem as before with the rails if we don't do this correctly. So start on the temporary block that you just placed and go like this, and it should all work out perfectly. Now we can remove all of these blocks over here, and we're gonna get ourselves a bunch of comparators like that. Now we're gonna need some walls. We're gonna place walls right here over the frontmost rails, and we're gonna do that again for every slice like this. So this is what it should look like right now. These are all detector rails, by the way. Now let's get out our minecarts, and we're gonna stand right here on the edge and just place it, and it should roll itself into the correct position. And if you stand too far to the front, it will go back, so make sure you stand a little bit back. Okay, now that these are all in, we can come to the bottom here and place one hopper minecart on all of these. Now get out your blue eyes, and we're gonna start placing the blue eyes on top of the minecarts, on top of the wall and the blocks that the minecarts are on. We're gonna get back to this later. Next up, we're gonna make the filter system, this system right over here. And to start, we're gonna use some droppers, and we're gonna place droppers and upside down like this, and one upright like that, and again for all the slices. So let's do this, and they have to face into each other, so this one drops up, this one drops down. Now for the bottom ones, that's all of the droppers in. And now we can go to all these droppers, and we wanna put one item in each of these. And it doesn't really matter if you take the bottom or the top dropper, but every slice should have one item. There we go. These should all light up now. If you put it in the top, if you put it in the bottom, it won't light up. So let's see. Now we need a way to activate these. So we're gonna put a row of full blocks over here, and we're gonna put comparators all the way over there. Now somehow these comparators can power these droppers right here without having a block here. I think that's the quasi-connectivity of the door and stuff. It looks confusing, but just imagine that the dropper block is one block higher. That's kind of how quasi-connectivity works, right? Okay, so now if we place a torch here and remove it quickly, you can see this slice activates, and if we throw something here, it doesn't pick it up, and here it does pick it up. So that's how we activate our slices. To deactivate them, we're gonna need a row of target blocks underneath all of these droppers, and we're gonna place blocks over here with a row of redstone next to the target blocks like this. These could also be top slabs, by the way. Now whenever we power this, all the slices will reset. So that's how we reset slices. And as you can see, this first one, it doesn't pick up items anymore. For the next part, we're gonna make our filter chests. And to do that, we're gonna place our chests, double chests, right here behind our comparators. Well, actually behind the full block on which the comparator sits. After that, we're gonna line this with some hoppers, 2 rows on top of each other, like this. We're gonna take a bunch of full blocks and put them next to this line over here. Except for this last block, that should be a glass block. And 2 blocks over, we're gonna put a target block. Then we're gonna put a detector rails over here. And this is the rail that will actually reset the system when the minecart is ready to open a slice again. And the rest of these can all be powered rails. Then we're gonna take another color over here. We're gonna do some color coding like over there to differentiate between all of the systems. So if you see, I've got the magenta here for the reset system. Yellow is always for a dropper elevator over here. Green is always an unstackable item filter. We actually use 4 of those over here. And so on. Oh yeah, and blue is always an unloader. So let's take our magenta blocks and we're gonna put a square over here like this and 1 block over there. And we're gonna take some redstone dust. And let me check if this is correct. Nope, I did it wrong. It should be like this. Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually don't need this anymore. It's probably gonna be in the world file. Although, yeah, I can fix the world file right now. Let me just fix this. So both should be correct now. Yeah, I changed this up so it doesn't need to be like that anymore. We're gonna put 2 repeaters like this, both on 4 ticks, and then some redstone dust in between. So whenever the minecart travels over this detector rails, it will power this block, and that will in turn power that block, which in turn will power all of these. So if we put one over here, you can see all the slices reset. Next up, we're gonna put a row of full blocks behind the chests over here. We're gonna go 1 up over here and make another row like this. So this is the shape you should have right now. Then we're gonna compare our chests and we're gonna put a bunch of redstone on this platform over here. There we go. Then we're gonna take some slabs again. So let me grab some slabs and we're gonna put our slabs right over here. So this should be a top slab. After that, we're gonna grab our target blocks and let's see, our target blocks go right over here next to the top hopper. Then we're gonna need some more redstone over here, and that's our slices done. If you wanna know more about this system, please go check out Maizuma Games tutorial of his multi-item sorter. I will link it in the description. But he goes way more in depth about how this system works. Well, except for this part. In his version, it just locks the top dropper. Oh wait, I forgot one thing over here. We need to put powered rails on top of these hoppers over here. Okay, now that we have this system, we can go over here. And we're gonna make it so the minecart can actually return to the base. So we're gonna put something like this here. We're gonna grab ourselves some rails. We're gonna need, let's see, let's put our redstone block over there. And rails, 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 all the way back to over there. We're gonna need to power this, by the way, and this is a bug. The updates sometimes don't really work. So we need to power these rails too, and we need to power all of these rails on the bottom here. Okay, now really this part is done. Okay, let's see. Let me show you how this part works. So if we go like this, and let's see, let's just put some powered rails like this and like that. We put an item cart over here. We put hopper minecart over here. Put some filter items in it. Leave the first slot empty and use unstackable items. So minecarts is easier for me to grab in creative, but in a survival world I would use wooden shovels, for example. Okay, now let's get back to our chest, and we're gonna need some kind of filter item. So let's grab some slime balls, and we're gonna put one item in almost all of these, but we're gonna leave the last 3 slots empty, and we're gonna put 5 items over here. Then we can grab some, well, actually let's take the wooden shovels then, and we're gonna put the wooden shovels in the last 3 rows. And I'm just quickly gonna copy paste everything from here because I'm lazy. So let me just do this and this over here. Then I'm gonna stand over here, / copy / paste, and we should have every chest set now. I only set filters in these first 2 chests, but let me just show you how this works. So for example, if we want to filter concrete types, let's see, let's set a filter for all of these concrete types, and you just remove one of these balls for every 64 stackable item. And if we, for example, want to sort ender pearls. Ender pearls are 16 stackable. So what we do is we actually remove 4 items from the chest and we put one over there, and that should work the same as this. Okay, so now that we have set our filters, I can actually show you how this works. So let's get ourselves a button. We're using movable item filter. So this is an item filter. If we put something in here, we can only pick up those ender pearls. Well, if we have 1 or more, nothing else is gonna go in. Okay, so let's see. Let's say we want to store some redstone blocks, and we've got a nice full stack over here. And then there's one thing we should do beforehand. We need, oh wait, that's not gonna work. We need to put a hopper in between somewhere, because we can't pick up any items if we have a full stack in first slot. So we need to remove 1 item from here. So let's press the button, and it should have picked up the item, and now it's dropping it. And here we go, our first slice is open now. And as you can see, it has 63 items now. And what it actually does, it drives under these chests. It will pick up 1 item over here. Then it will trigger the reset system, like that. Oh, and that was not supposed to happen like that. Okay, that's better. I ruined my thing there. Okay, but anyway, then our minecart will drive over here, and as you can see, everything is reset. And since this one is missing 1 item, this dropper will be unlocked. So if we go here, this dropper won't pick up any items, but this one will. And then it will activate this dropper. The item will spit to the bottom dropper over here, which will unlock this slice. And after that, if we take a stack of our redstone blocks and we throw it over here, they should all disappear, and it's very quick. Okay, so that's actually how the filter system works. And now we have a couple of problems to handle. The first problem is that we actually have to suck up 1 item right over here before we enter the filter system. So we're gonna make a dropper elevator, and this dropper elevator is actually going right over here. So let's remove this again, get rid of the minecart, and I'm gonna use white concrete to lay the tracks on top of. So we're gonna start with a dropper right over here, and we're gonna go all the way to the top over here. We're going to extend this rail over here by 2. Then we're gonna take a hopper, and place it right over here. So we can pick up an item, use the dropper elevator to let it go up, and over here it will insert that item into the minecart again. So let's build the dropper elevator itself, and I'm using yellow for this. So let's go like this. We're gonna compare our dropper, the bottom dropper, and we're gonna put a repeater right over there and fill the rest in with redstone. Then we're gonna come over right here, place an observer observing this piece of redstone next to the dropper. We're gonna go all the way up to the same height as the top dropper, and we're gonna observe these like this. And that's the dropper elevator done. There's one problem though. It can pick up unstackables. We don't want unstackables to go over there. That will actually ruin the system. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build ourselves something over here. We're gonna build ourselves something to handle these. Wait. I'm sorry. Nice tutorial you got there. I did this the wrong way around. Okay, we should go like this to this side. So, make the platform like this. And let's see, let's compare over there. Repeater over there. Fill the rest with redstone. And only then we can go to the unstackable item filter. So, we're gonna place a green block like this. And then we're gonna go 2 down over here. 1 over here. We're gonna put a redstone dust over there. A repeater over here, and a torch over here, and then we're building a hopper line over here, and we're gonna go like this and like this. And as you can see, I just broke this one right over here, this comparator, so let's put that back again. So we fixed it. And let's put a chest over here to actually catch our unstackable items. Okay, so now if we go like this, we put our redstone block, a redstone block over there. We put some rails over here, minecart, filter items, and something to sort. If everything is correct now, we're gonna drive over here, lose 1 item, that will go up to here. Then we will pick up 1 item, it will open the slice, it will drop the item again, which leaves us with 63 items in our minecart again, and it will pick up the remainder over here. So let's see if this works. There we go, it's back, and there we go. We have 64 items again, and our slice is open. So let me see, let's try it with rails for the second slice. So now the second slice should open. And there we go, the second slice is open now. So basically that's how this whole system works. Okay, let's remove this temporary stuff again. Now we're gonna go to the unloading system right over here. And this is gonna be a bit more complicated. And let me just check where to build this. Okay, so we need to extend this by 1 block over here. And this is my reference, this one. This observer is part of the automated dropper system for the unloader. Okay, so we're gonna go 2 blocks out from here, and we're gonna place 1 sticky piston right over there. We can remove this again, and then we're gonna go 4 sticky pistons to the left over here. We're gonna put blue blocks over here. Blue indicates an unloader system. We're gonna put comparators towards these. It should be 4 wide, by the way. Then we're gonna put observers on top of these comparators facing towards the sticky pistons. Then we're gonna place some observers like this, all facing into these comparators. Then we're gonna take our droppers and we're gonna place them right here, facing down next to our comparators. Then we want to add hoppers on top of this. Then we're gonna grab some temporary blocks and put them right here. And we're gonna put a row of droppers. And then we're gonna put a row of hoppers like this. And we're gonna add 1 more row facing to the bottom. And 1 row facing into these hoppers above the droppers. Now we're gonna put 1 more temporary block over there. And we're gonna face a line of hoppers into that block, like this. So if you have trouble figuring out which way everything points, there's a resource pack on Vanilla Tweaks that gives these arrows on everything, so you can so you can easily see which way everything is pointing. Okay, now that that part is in, we can grab one of the white blocks again, and we're gonna put 2 blocks like this. We're gonna go one to the side. We're gonna grab some composters, and we're gonna put composters like this. One on top of there too, by the way. And we're gonna go back to the blue blocks here. Put 1 block over there, 1 block over there. And now we're gonna do something tricky. So we want to have 2 hopper minecarts right over here inside this glass. So the way to do that is actually to get some walls. We're gonna put walls on these outer hoppers. We're gonna place rails like that. It doesn't matter which rails it is. We're gonna take 2 minecarts. We're gonna push them out, break these rails. Then we're gonna grab our glass, put the glass on top of here, break the walls, get ourselves some pistons, and face them down into the glass blocks like this. Grab ourselves 2 buttons and press them. And there we go. We have our minecarts in the glass right now, so that's all set and done. Okay, now we're gonna grab ourselves some blocks again, place them like this. So 1 on the frontmost glass block and 1 behind the back glass block. Then we're gonna get our rails, and we're gonna go from here. Yeah, okay, so that was the bug again. Sometimes the rails won't update when you place them, so you can just put a redstone block on top of it, break it again, and it will actually turn on. And then we need to go this way, and then we're gonna go right over here. So take the corner, put 1 more powered rails over here. We're gonna put a redstone block right here, a detector rails over here, and 1 more powered rails over there. And we're gonna remove this powered rails and place it again, so we get this configuration. Now our minecart will travel over here, go here, and because this is a slope, it will go to the left into our unloader system. Next up, we're gonna need to place 1 more rail over here. Then we're gonna remove it and place a block over there. Grab yourself a comparator, 1 redstone dust, 1 target block, a sticky piston facing into the rails on top of the target block. Then we get a fence post and put it right next to the sticky piston. And let me show you this again. So now if we have something like this, we can press the button, it will go underneath the filters, we'll pick up the item it dropped earlier, and it will unload over here. But we do have one problem here. Everything is going into here. And there's a reason for that. We need unstackable item filters because we don't want our minecarts or shovels, our unstackable filter item, we don't want it to go into the system. So we're gonna need to build ourselves a bunch of unstackable item filters. So we're gonna start by adding some blocks over here. And remember, green is unstackable item filter. Another row of blocks over there. Then we're gonna need a comparator on all of these. Okay, 1 more row and 1 row in the middle of this. We're gonna put redstone torches next to these hoppers here. We're gonna go 1 down and out from over here. Place another row. Place redstone repeaters. Blocks behind them. And we fill this all in with redstone. So this is actually the same as an impulse sorter, but in this case it works as an unstackable item filter by locking the hopper underneath whenever there's less than a full stack of items, or in other words, an unstackable item worth of signal. So now if we try it again, let me remove this minecart here, and let's get ourselves a new minecart, put the filter items in it, and let it go. Minecart goes over the filters, unloads everything, there we go. Now we're only unloading our redstone blocks over here, or whatever we're sorting. And if we go over here, the redstone blocks were still in here, but all the minecarts go over here. So now let's make sure our items go into the system. To do that, there's some interference here, so we're gonna need to put some trapdoors over here and open them. It's very important to open them, otherwise the items will go over here and all over the place, and over here outside of the farm and stuff like that. So make sure to put these here. Then we're gonna grab some glass and make a floor here. Close this up. We're gonna close this up, and from here we're gonna go over here, over this dropper line here. We're gonna put a soul sand right over there. Surround this by glass until we get to 1 block higher than that. Put some glass blocks over there. We're gonna put some glass over here all the way to the top. 1 more block over there. Surround this over here like this. And this part is a little bit weird because we don't really have enough room to put something over here, because when we do and this dropper system activates, our blocks will go up 1. So we're gonna leave this open but put the block next to it, so water can actually escape into this hole over here, but it doesn't really matter as long as we close it up like this. Now we're gonna get 2 honey blocks like this. We're gonna get some iron fences, or iron bars it's called, and we're gonna place them all the way to the end over here. We're gonna grab ourselves a chest and we're gonna place it like this. 2 hoppers pointing into the chest. We're gonna fill this row with glass like this, and maybe let's put 1 over there. And this is the unfiltered items output. Now that we have that done, oh wait, we're missing some glass over here underneath these blocks, and we're missing a glass over here. So make sure to close everything up. You don't have to put a block here. The hoppers will actually block the water. And so far I have not had any problems with hoppers trapping the items in this configuration like this. Anyway, let's put a water in next to the... Yeah, okay. That should not happen. Let's put some more glass over there. Okay, we're gonna put some water, 1 water source right over here on the front. We're gonna need some ice. And if you're in a warm biome, make sure to not use normal ice. I'm using blue ice here, but you could get away with packed ice. And in the correct biomes, even with normal ice. Now there's one thing we should do here still. And above this ice block, we're gonna put a trapdoor. And close it up again. Okay, now we're gonna fill this water elevator with water. And as you can see, it flows out, but that's okay. But we need 1 more water over there. There we go. And now we're gonna count 4 blocks of water stream. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then put a trapdoor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trapdoor. And that's because we don't want to get our items going in too fast. Let's put some water over there. And that's it for the delivery system. So let's check it again. Minecart, filter items, item to sort, and let's go. Oh, yeah, okay. One important thing, we're gonna need a glass block right over there. And as you can see, it sorts it all into the correct slice now. Oh, and we do need this right over there. Okay, our next problem is gonna be that we need to set up our minecart every time. Every time we unload it, it will be completely empty, and we're gonna need to put 4 filter items in it. In my case, the minecarts. Well, actually, we need to put 5 in it, and then remove 1 from the first slot. And to do that, we're first gonna need some chests, and we're gonna put chests right over here. Okay, we're gonna put minecarts in it for the filter item. And now when we put our minecart over here, it goes right over there and it's filled all the way with our filter item. Now we still want to take one of these items out before we can start loading it. So we're gonna remove this here again And we're gonna put a dropper right here. And then we're gonna go from here like that. And we're gonna put one more hopper like this. So this way all the items that will get sucked up that are unstackable will go into this dropper over here. And we can go all the way up here, right to the rails over here. And we're gonna put one hopper pointing into this chest. Then we're gonna grab our yellow blocks again. We're gonna put our blocks like this. Grab our comparators again. Comparator repeater. Redstone dust like this. And something is wrong. Oh no, something is not wrong. There's stuff in here. Okay. Then we're gonna grab our observer. We're gonna go up all the way to the level of the dropper. Then get more observers and put them like this. And that's another dropper elevator all the way done. Now when our minecart gets back here, it will drop right on top of this hopper right here. So we're gonna need one solid block over here, and we're gonna put one powered rails over here. Then we're gonna put one block over here. Let's just quickly create this system here. So this is where we started with the minecart. So let's go 2 blocks from the hopper and then down. And we're gonna get back to this, but this is going to the actual loader, so where you can put the items into the chest. Let's grab ourselves another powered rails, a normal rail, and powered rails going down like this. Okay, with our dropper system done, we can actually check if it removes the first item. So let's put our minecart over here, and there we go. We have 4 items in it. That's perfect. Next up, we're gonna need one solid block over here, or any block actually, and we're gonna make this minecart return to the station. Now see, we're gonna need a powered rails over here. We need to power the rails over there, so let's put a redstone block over there. When we look at this, we want to go 3 down and then 1 back and down. And from there, we can go to here. And let's see if we're at the right place. Yeah, if we drop down, this should align. And then if we go here, we can see like this and place a block over there. Remove this. This needs to be a redstone block. We're gonna put a powered rails over here, normal rail, powered rails all the way to over here. Somehow this should be powered, but it is not powered, so let's just fix that by doing this. I don't know why that happens, but now everything should be powered. That's better. Yeah, this is incorrect. Okay. Even in my tutorials. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more like that. Yeah, it should be like this. So let's do that again. Powered rails, detector rail, remove that one, put the chest there, chest there. Okay, let's first put one normal rail over here, a powered rails over here, and let's just show you everything working together. So let's put ourselves a minecart over there. We're gonna fill it up with the filter items, get ourselves something to filter, and if everything is correct, the minecart should return here with 4 items in it, and it should sort all the items over here. And there we go, it's sorting the items, and our minecart is back with 4 items in it. That's good. So that's how you check if you did everything correct up until this point. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's grab ourselves some composters, and we still have this hopper line here, and we're just gonna put some composters over there. Composters reduce the lag if there's a dropper with an open block on top of it, with an air block on top of it. So make sure every hopper, I said dropper, didn't I messed that up. So the system is now actually done, and The only thing you have to do is make your loading logic. So you can use whatever loader you want. You can let it go with full stacks or just with the press of a button. But we're gonna do something else here. We're gonna remove this again, put our detector rail over here, detector rail over there, so it's diagonal again. Put our chest back and remove this button. And we have some things we want with this. So the first thing we want is we wanna compare our chest over here, because we don't want our minecart to go and drive away when there's no items to be collected. And we're actually gonna detect this. We're actually gonna detect the minecart returning to the station using a detector rail right over here. So when the minecart returns, it will trigger an ethos hopper clock, and when there's items in here, it will actually trigger the clock. When there's no items, it will not trigger the clock, so the minecart will never leave again when there's no items to be collected. And we check this before the minecart is gonna suck up the items, otherwise it will not leave when the minecart already sucked up the last items in this chest. So let's go back here to this orange system. Let's grab ourselves another orange block, put it next to the comparator. We're putting a redstone torch over there. Then we're gonna go down 2 blocks like this. We're gonna go down and down and 1 more block down. And now we're gonna switch to blue. I see I didn't use the same coloring system for this part, but that's okay. We're gonna put a T-shape like this. We're gonna grab ourselves some redstone dust and go down here. A repeater over here, a repeater over there, a comparator over there, a redstone dust over here, facing into a block. Grab our magenta. We're gonna put a repeater over here, facing into a block, into an observer, 1 block over here, and a redstone dust over here. So now if we go over here, we can test this thing. If we put a redstone dust over here, if our minecart comes back and the chest is empty, nothing will happen over here. But if we put some items in here and we put our minecart over there, nothing happens again. Why not? Nothing happens because we forgot some things. We need to put this on subtract mode, and we need to put a redstone block over here. This could be anything with a full signal. So torch would also work like this if you're cheap, but I'm just gonna use a redstone block over here. Okay, let's test this again, and it should. Oh wait, that doesn't. Of course. Okay, let's test with a torch. Okay, so when there's no items, the torch won't change, and when there is items in the chest, the torch will change. So we can use this to drive an ethos hopper clock. So we're gonna grab some blue concrete. Let me see, over there. Okay, we're gonna remove this torch again, and we're gonna put 1 block like this. We're gonna go 4 in total, 1 block over there. We're gonna grab a torch, put 1 over there and 1 over there. Then the comparators, 2 hoppers facing into each other, a sticky piston on this side, and this is a bit different than a normal ethos hopper clock, so we're gonna put a normal piston on this side. We're gonna grab some redstone dust, put it over there, 1 block, redstone block in between here, and we're gonna put 8 items in here, and that's 7 and 8 items into one of these hoppers. Okay, so how this works, I've got this from the raid farm design that I built on the Warcraft server. I think it's by Pufferfish, but I'm not sure. Anyway, when we activate this ethos clock, it will cycle once, and that's perfect for what we want. So it will actually trigger every time the chest is empty and the minecart returns. So when the chest is empty, nothing will happen. When there's items to be picked up, our clock will activate, and after a while it will stop like that. Next up, we want to detect when the clock ran. So we're gonna put an observer right there. Then we're gonna take a block like that. We're gonna go one to the side, and actually this should be a target block. So we make this V shape. Then we put a repeater here. Put it on 2 ticks because we need to actually observe the signal. We need to actually catch the signal from the observer. And if you don't put it on 2 ticks, it won't pick up the signal. It only picks up the signal when you have it on 2 ticks or more. Okay, now we're gonna grab a redstone torch, a sticky piston like this, a fence post here, and I think that's all for the multi-item sorter part, because this gray concrete part over here is logic for a shulker loader. This part here is to actually fill it from the bulk storage. So let's grab ourselves a minecart, a hopper minecart, and when you place this the first time, it's actually the best way is to just put it here, and it will automatically return to the station. It's gonna suck up the items. It has just enough time to pick up 1 stack before it leaves again. It's gonna unload all the items. The items are gonna go into this, into the correct slice. The minecart will return, and it will have the correct amount of items again. Now, to trigger this, let's grab ourselves another color of concrete, and let's put a block over there, 1 block over there. We're gonna grab a comparator and a button, like that. And now we can start filling this thing up, and you have to wait until at least 2 items are going into the chest before pressing the button. There we go, there we have it. I'm not sure, but I think this is one of the fastest multi-item sorters in existence right now. Most of them are hopper speed, and this is about 150% hopper speed, so it's like 48% faster than hopper speed. Now, if we want to build that system over there, so with the bulk storage and the shulker box unloader, I'm not gonna do a block by block tutorial about that, but I can give you some pointers so you can actually make it work for yourself. So, for the bulk storage system, check out Panda Games design, and you're gonna want to build that, and you wanna let the items go through there first before going into the system over here. Over here, we're gonna face 2 hoppers into the chest from the side, 4 hoppers on top of everything here, and we're gonna put a minecart in the glass over here and just drop the items on top of this glass in the middle. I can show you that really quick. So the way to do this is we have our input chest over there, hopper, 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 hopper. Then we're gonna grab some walls, and we want to put them like this, so the items will be coming from this side. Then we're gonna grab a rail, a hopper minecart, a hopper minecart on top of it, push it a bit, remove the rail, and push it all the way in the corner. So you can press F3B to show the hitboxes, and you wanna move it as far in the corner as you can. Then you're gonna grab some glass, put glass on top of all of this, remove the walls, and we're gonna do the same piston trick again. So pistons above all of these, then buttons, press the buttons, and there we go. This is how to connect everything over there. What you wanna do is actually throw the items right in here, and that should be right over here. So your glass tube is gonna go like this next to the row of hoppers here. Next up, for the shulker box unloader, this is a design by someone named Dutfer, and I made a few changes, small changes. First of all, these hoppers on the side are going into a dropper that's facing down, and we're using this simple mechanism on both sides to actually drop the items in the water stream. Then we're taking the water stream all the way up here into the bulk storage, and you know the rest. And then for the empty shulker box output, the hopper that Dutfer talks about that has to point in that direction, we're gonna point it right into the dropper elevator. And this is actually sort of the same design as the other dropper elevator. So we wanna compare our dropper over there, then one repeater, redstone dust going back to here, and we want to observe that, go 3 observers up like that, place 3 observers like this, place a chest on top, and the return system for the shulker boxes should then also work. And then I did one more thing. I'm observing this piston over here with 2 ticks, of course. I invert the signal, and then I go over here. And what this does, the detector reel will output a signal to this block. So this block will power whenever the minecart is here. It doesn't matter how much signal strength the minecart gives, it will power this block whenever there's a minecart on top of it. So we're gonna catch that using a redstone dust. That will power the block underneath. We want to invert the signal here, a redstone dust over here, going into one of these. I don't know what this is for. I don't think that's supposed to be there. But anyway, this will go into the side of this repeater here. So whenever the minecart is somewhere in the system and we get a signal from the shulker box breaking, that signal from the shulker box breaking is going all the way over here into this block with a redstone torch underneath the target block. So whenever we receive a signal on that line, it will do its work when there's a minecart over here. But if there's no minecart over here, this repeater will activate. So let's simulate that like this. So now whenever this signal changes, it can actually give the signal to this sticky piston. So the minecart won't leave if there's no items, if there's no minecart over here, preventing some problems with the system. So let's put this back. And that's the whole system. Now, I'm pretty sure we can make this faster, but I don't have enough redstone knowledge about super fast item unloaders and item loaders. But I do think if we can make the item loading and the item unloading faster, we can get this thing to double hopper speed maybe. That was it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and subscribe. And if you're gonna build this on your own world, I would love to see it. So please send me a screenshot in the Wocraft Discord. I will put the link in the description. Bye bye!